Mini Mozart is a class for preschool kids. We separate the groups into babies and toddlers, and it's basically an opportunity for them to come and see real musicians play real instruments and really interact with them. Mozart, we have a babies class and a toddlers class, and for the babies it's a really nice sort of sensory activity. They all go in a circle with their grown-ups and we take the instruments round and they get to touch them and feel them. And the idea is that it's a really nice calm environment for them. We don't let toddlers into that class, and they just get to listen to lovely music. We have lots of different sensory activities for them. We use a parachute, a big giant scrunchie, we have bubbles and shakers, and of course the instruments. And there's enough variety of activities that mean that basically you keep their attention for 40 minutes.
I hear thunder, I hear thunder, oh don't you, pitter-patter raindrops, pitter-patter raindrops, I'm wet through, so are you.
The toddlers class is much more about being excited about music. We want the kids to leave us when they're sort of 3 or 4 and know what instrument they're going to play. They will have seen a violin, a clarinet, a piano, a flute, all sorts of instruments, and we want them to really kind of take ownership over the instruments. So it's all about getting confident and familiar with music.
Hello, we've been doing Mini Mozart for about the last 2 years, and we come every week. We travel an hour to our Mini Mozart class because it is amazing, it's fun, it's interactive, there are lots of resources, we have learned so many new songs, and the great thing about Mini Mozart, which makes it different from other music classes we've been to, is that today we had a clarinet in class, a piano, a flute and a ukulele, which we got to interact with, and I think that's what sets it apart. So yeah, join up, it's great.
At Mini Mozart, the children will learn about pitch, they'll learn about dynamics, they'll learn about tempo and timbre. And the way that we do that is we get them to associate the musical concept, if you like, with something more physical or to do with one of their other senses. So we'll get the parents to lift the babies up high for the high notes and then back down for the low notes. We have a big parachute that we put over the children, and we move it slowly when the children are hearing slow music, and then super fast when they hear the fast music, and they absolutely love that. And so all the time what we're doing is we're just reinforcing what they're hearing through another sense. There have been so many studies that show the benefits of children coming to music classes. The Mozart effect, of course, is the most famous one, which is to do with the fact that children get a boost to their IQ if they do interactive lessons. Now, we've had a bit of flack in the past because you can't just listen to Mozart to get that benefit. It has to be that you're really interactive with the music, and then you really do get this boost in the different sort of skills. The kids get so much more out of it if the parents are involved. If they see us doing our music thing, what they take away from that is that, oh, there's an expert doing music, and it doesn't involve them. If their parents get involved and sing and do all the actions, it's a really loving exchange between them, and that's something that as providers we can't give. This gap between babyhood and going to school is so short. And as a parent in the thick of it, you never realise it at the time. But there are a few firsts that happen at Mini Mozart which are just magical. And I know I'm biased, but for me it would be really heartbreaking if you never got to witness your kids seeing an instrument for the first time. Children, when they're tiny little babies, they don't understand music because often it comes out of a box that's plugged into the wall or out of a phone, and it doesn't make any sense to them. At that age, they're all about pushing things and seeing it move. They understand the world in a very simple, physical way. So the first time a kid sees a violin being played and a sound coming out, they have this look of absolute eureka, magic.